Hello, I'm Tom Ivanetti, bringing you this Rebo report from Benutech Incorporated, makers of Rebo Gateway and Rebo Collaboration Systems for real estate professionals. Today, I have a report on the Internal Revenue Code, Section 6321, and what it provides. Section 6321, which is lien for taxes. If any person liable to pay any tax neglects or refuses to pay the same after a demand, the amount, including any interest, additional amounts, in addition to the tax or assessable penalties, together with any costs that must accrue in addition thereto, shall be a lien in favor of the United States upon any property and rights to a property, whether real or personal, belonging to such persons. The Internal Revenue Code, Section 6322, provides that unless another date is specifically fixed by law, the lien imposed by the 6321 shall arise at the same time the assessment is made and shall continue until the liability for the amount so assessed or the judgment against the taxpayer arising out of such liability is satisfied or becomes unenforceable by reason of a lapse of time. The term assessment refers to the statutory assessment made by the Internal Revenue Service under their USC 6201. That is the formal recording of the tax in the official books and records at the Office of the Secretary of the United States Department of Treasury. Generally, the person liable to pay the tax, described in Section 6321, must pay the tax within 10 days of the written notice and demand. If the taxpayer fails to pay the tax within the 10-day period, the tax lien arises automatically by operation of law and is effective retroactively to and arises at the date of the assessment, even though the 10-day period necessarily expires after the assessment date. Under the doctrine of the Glass City Bank versus United States, the tax lien applies not only to property and property rights owned by the taxpayer at the time of the assessment, but also to after acquired property. That means to any property owned by the taxpayer during the life of the lien. So the statute of limitations under which a federal tax lien may become unenforceable by reason of lapse of time is found under USC 6502 for taxes assessed on or before or after November 6, 1990. The lien generally becomes unenforceable 10 years after the date of assessment. For taxes assessed on or before November 5, 1990, a prior version of Section 6502 provides for a limitation period of 6 years after the date of assessment. Various exceptions may extend the time periods again, for any time of tax that comes around. This is Tom Ivanetti from Benutech Incorporated, wishing you great success and be brilliant.